So today is the long-awaited day. It's chili oil time. Hey everyone, it's Kaitlin from The Walks of Life. Today I'm gonna show you how to make our chili oil recipe. This chili oil has consistently been in our top 3 posts on thewalksoflife.com, which is really saying something because we've got over 1,000 recipes and we published this bad boy back in 2015. Pour hot oil over chili flakes, the whole thing sizzles up into this red, glorious bowl, and then you've got a little spicy, spicy happiness for your everyday use. We discovered the glories of chili oil during our time in Beijing, going to Lanzhou noodle houses where there was always a giant bowl of bright red chili oil that they would ladle into your bowl of noodles, and it was truly a transformative experience. Now there's so many different chili oils on the market. Chili oil, chili crisp, both have become a phenomenon. People are putting it on ice cream, people are putting it in their mac and cheese, people are putting it everywhere. We're always gonna recommend using a Chinese chili flakes. We really like this one from the Mala market, but you can also find dried chili flakes from any Chinese grocery store. Solid choice, gonna be a bit more inexpensive as well. Let's talk about what spices and aromatics we use. Bay leaves and cinnamon stick. We use this cassia cinnamon. You'll know it because it's woodier and bigger than regular cinnamon sticks, but either one will work. We also call for star anise pods. If you're not a big fan of the flavor of star anise, you can omit it. We're also today using sand ginger, which is a really unique Chinese ingredient. As soon as you'll taste it, you can recognize the flavor. White cardamom pods, they add really nice flavor. If you can't find these, don't substitute green cardamom pods, just omit. Chinese black cardamom pods, you can actually crush them with your knife and release even more flavor. There's also regular oak cloves, garlic, and shallots. The last and arguably most important ingredient is Sichuan peppercorns. These are the red varieties. Sometimes you might see that there are some dark black seeds here. Take a little bit of time just to pick those out. The more spices and aromatics that you use to infuse the oil, the more flavor you're gonna have. In our recipe on the website, we have some essentials and then some nice to have, so you can use that as a guide. Some people say, it seems like a shame to throw those spices away. Can I reuse them? Not really. You've maximized their flavor. Let's talk about oil. So most of our Chinese cooking, we actually use avocado oil. We think it's just a really great neutral tasting oil, stands up to the heat of the wok. You can use vegetable oil, you can use canola oil. A popular option in Sichuan province in China is actually rapeseed oil. It is a canola oil, but it's a less refined canola oil and it has a really delicious kind of signature flavor. So I have 2 shallots here and 3 garlic cloves. It is important to kind of open up these shallots and make it easier for all the moisture to cook out of them. I'm just gonna peel them and cut them in half, and the garlic cloves, I'm gonna crush them. If you're using everything, you can use as much as 3 cups of oil. If you have fewer aromatics or you just want a really concentrated flavor, use 1.5 cups of oil and 3/4 cups of chili flakes. I'm gonna make the bigger batch. Now this is gonna go on the stove for about an hour. So right now I have the heat set to medium. You can see that there are very small bubbles. This is what the oil looks like after 30 minutes. I reduced the heat all the way to the lowest setting just because everything is getting a bit dark and I really wanna make sure that things aren't burning. As the garlic gets darker, it is a good idea to fish it out. After a certain point, it can make the oil bitter, so I'm gonna keep an eye on these and think about taking them out before the rest of the spices are fully infused. We're gonna measure out our chili flakes. I just have 2 bowls here. 1 batch is for me and 1 batch is for Sarah. Very important that your bowl is heat proof, so don't use any sort of like unmarked glass bowl in particular because that can and will shatter. We need 3/4 cups of these chili flakes. I'm gonna do the same over here. We do have this chili oil recipe in our cookbook. It's a really great one because you can really see how in the other recipes in the book, we use chili oil, not just as a condiment, but as a cooking ingredient. For a lot of Chinese dishes, you actually wanna have an unseasoned chili oil. That is something that is gonna really open up the different dishes that you can make. We find that people really like having the chili oil recipe in the cookbook. They just like having all their favorite recipes in one place, so Check it out. So we've got the heat on medium because we're wanting to bring it up to temperature now to pour over the chili flakes. Last I checked, it was hovering around 250. That might be the right temperature if you're working with a drier chili flake, but because we've got these sort of pre-toasted, more oily chili flakes from Mala Market, we do need the heat up a bit. Really what you should be looking for are smells, sights, and sounds. You want to hear the sizzle of the chili flake, you want to see that bright red color come out, and you want to make sure you can smell that popcorny aroma. So there are just some pieces here that are kind of not worth agonizing over, so I probably will pour this through the sieve. We want it to be at least 325 or 350. I would say if you don't like your chili oil as toasted, 300 would probably be fine. And a tip from my dad is that you do want to periodically stir the oil because there can be sort of irregular hot spots and you might not get as accurate of a reading. So my oil is at 350, 360, and I'm just gonna very carefully pour it now. So that is exactly what you wanna see. I mean, wow. I wish that you guys could smell this right now. Sarah is gonna pour the second bowl. So you can see how important it is to move pretty quick when you've heated the oil and you're ready to pour it over the chili flakes. The lower the temperature, the brighter red it'll be. The higher the temperature, the more you're gonna toast those chili flakes and the darker they'll be. This point is a good time to add salt. Just do it to taste. So of course we had to put some of our chili oil on dumplings and I'll just give it a try, see how it turned out. It just adds a whole other dimension of flavor. It's toasty, it's fragrant, it's really delicious. So many people love it and have made it a part of their go-to pantry, and I hope you do too.
We both need to learn how to take smaller bites on camera. You just
I was just like, I probably should have taken a daintier bite like.